But first tonight, the smartphone slip-up that's exposed a customer's confidential information, from bank details to messages, even a list of contacts. When Vodafone replaced an Adelaide dad's broken mobile with a loan phone, he saw a lot of material he shouldn't have seen. But it was one photo that left him in a panic, leading him directly to the police. Pippa Bradshaw explains.
To think that your privacy details can just get handed out like that is extremely shocking. I don't know how this has happened, but it's a massive issue for privacy and for me.
If anyone should know how much of our personal lives we entrust to our mobiles, a phone company should.
There was the person's messages from whoever used the phone last, including notifications from their bank with the amount in their bank, the account number, authorisation codes.
David took his phone in for repairs to Vodafone's Rundle Mall store last week, where they issued him a loan phone.
Swapped the phone over and put my SIM card and SD card in, and went home.
But it's what he found on the phone once he got home that left him shocked.
Went to make a phone call to my family to say, I've got a phone, you can contact me if need be, and noticed that all the phone numbers were not mine.
Not only were the numbers not his, none of it was. In
total, there was this person's life. It was text messages from family and friends, text messages from a bank with amounts in the bank.
But it was a photo in the phone's gallery which shocked him the most.
Looked further into the phone and found in the gallery pictures of a naked child.
Merely the accusation of child porn offences can destroy your life. It's just not worth it.
For all I know, it's a completely innocent thing, but in my possession, that's not so.
David immediately phoned Vodafone, who told him to just bring the phone back to the store when he had the time.
I advised that there was no way I was going to just take it in. I was going to take it to the police, both for my protection and the fact of I wouldn't know what would happen to the phone if I did give it in.
Over the next 2 days, David made numerous calls to Vodafone trying to get some answers. They
offered me, at that point, saying, well, we've had a look into it and because of all your troubles, we'd like to offer you a month off your policy.
David had planned to take the phone to police on Wednesday night after he finished work and had the time to make a statement, only for the cops to show up on his door earlier that day at Vodafone's request, leaving David to feel like a criminal.
They thought it was very strange that when I'd gone through several phone calls about it and they told me to bring it in when I had the opportunity and could make the statement, to then have the police sent out to my door was an odd occurrence.
Online security expert Phil Koenig says David did the right thing, handing the phone over to police.
In South Australia, possession is an offence without intent. If you have that information on your phone and for some reason the police were to find it, you could be charged.
If I had a colleague see this picture, my job would be gone, I'd be under suspicion by the police. My whole life could be out the window.
Phil says people need to remember to always secure their personal details.
Wipe it out first. Take the factory default option, blank it completely. But then don't use it for all those things you would normally use your phone for. This isn't your phone, it's somebody else's. So just use it to make phone calls.
David says he's now done with Vodafone and wants a formal apology.
Will you stay with Vodafone now?
Not at all. I'm going to be seeking a breach of contract.
If you're giving your phone to someone else, clean it out first, wipe it out, so that there's no information on there, and then restore it from a backup when you get your phone back. That way you don't lose anything.
I'd like to see them track down who it is for the sake of telling them if it is an innocent photo, your privacy details have been given out by Vodafone, and if it's not an innocent photo, that they can bring that person to justice.